Hi there folks, my name's NovaWing24 and welcome to the Nova Wrap, your one-stop location for your simulation release news and goings on from the week that was. And here we are on Sunday the 26th of August for another exciting episode, and we're going to jump straight into it this week with the guys over at Aerosoft releasing their latest X-Plane scenery of Tromso XP. So this one gives us another beautiful, this is from Joe Erland and Starport Sceneries via Aerosoft, and they've created their latest Norwegian airport and the island of Tromso. So not only do we get the actual airport, we get the surrounding area as well. Always good for that added bit of realism. So this airport is part of the Western Tromsø, the island of Tromso. And this is how it appears at the start of 2018. So it's a fairly modern rendition of it. Now this one includes a high resolution textures, ground textures for the airport and the surrounding island and the rest of the surrounding island as well. Supports for the full photoreal scenery has been included for over 121 square kilometers at 50 centimeter per pixel resolution. You also get high resolution 3D models and high-resolution graphics for all of the airport. Custom buildings have been designed and included for not only the airport but also the surrounding area, so plenty of low and slow flyers have got plenty of points of interest that they can look for in their low and slow flights. Full use of high-resolution textures and PBR lighting, including at nighttime effects and custom X-Plane lighting as well. What's interesting as well is that they've also come through and actually supported the internal workings of the interior as of the terminal building has been modelled as well. Custom static aircraft have also been included, along with 3D grass as well. So overall, looking a pretty reasonable looking airport for this one, at a fairly reasonable price as well. So this one's coming in at $20 US or the regional equivalent. Now I must say that I must note as well that Aerosoft have done, which is something that they are not generally good at doing. They've actually released it simultaneously on their web store, and they've also released it on Steam as well. So if you are a Steam X-Plane user and you do prefer to get your content via Steam, you can pick it up on Steam's platform as well. Otherwise, pick it up from your favorite flight sim retailer for around about $20 US available now. And the next X-Plane 11 release for this week, the guys over at MSK have released their rendition of Jinnah International Airport in Karachi. So Pakistan's largest international domestic airport, so it's commonly known as Jinnah. The airport is named after the Crown Attorney and statesman Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Oh my God, I cannot talk today. The founder of Pakistan and its first Governor General. From many years ago when it split off from being part of India. So the airport itself is modelled as it does appear at again the start of 2018, and it includes all the major features, including the new cargo building and all the passenger terminal buildings and the new cargo building, which has recently been put in. So all major airport buildings have been included. Taxiway signs have been modelled and illuminated as well. A wide variety of static objects have been included for the airport and the surrounding area. High detail ground textures and animations for ground vehicles have been included as well. A beautiful set of the night lighting pictures actually is one of the things that I'm actually the most impressed with by this. The night light looks like they've really taken full advantage of the lighting system in X-Plane 11 as well. The only thing that I think perhaps maybe lets it down is that it does a little bit outside the airport perimeter, but the photo reel that it uses is a little sketchy. But otherwise, it seems like a pretty decent deal with this one, especially because it's an airport that's not really covered much. It's one of those some rare airports. So if you've been hankering to head out to the Far East, then it's going to be this could be a destination that you might want to pick up. So this one's coming in at about $24 US or your regional equivalent, available now. And continuing on with more X-Plane 11 releases, the guys Drazeki Designs have come out with their latest X-Plane release. So they have brought their very popular Seattle series, so Seattle Airports and Seattle City, one of their very popular releases for the ESP platforms. They have brought it out over onto the X-Plane 11 world now. So this is two releases. So the first release is the Seattle Airports. Now the Seattle Airports includes 5 incredibly highly detailed airports from Drazeki Design, as only Drazeki Design produces. Now this includes, of course, the the most famous Seattle airport, Seattle Tacoma, SeaTac. It also includes, however, Painfield, Boeing Field, Renton, and Auburn as well in their most up-to-date versions that they've got, including the new international arrivals facilities and satellite terminals at SeaTac, and the new passenger terminals over at Painfield. Now, as always, this is done with Drazeki Design's keen eye for not only detail but also making it performance-friendly modelling as well. But the features of the Boeing factory are always really, really incredible as well. So I just love walking through, seeing that there's a video out there of somebody actually walking through in avatar mode in ESP, walking through the Boeing field and the Boeing factory, and it's like, oh. That'd be so cool to see that next plane. Anyway, also supports AutoGates, visual guidance, docking systems, and many custom animations and advanced lighting is included as well. There is also, as I said, the second release is Seattle City X, which is sort of like the partner release. So this is the area of Seattle with over 2,000 custom-made buildings. So the whole of downtown in 3D has been done, as well as multiple landmarks, bridges, stadiums, harbours, and marinas, all custom modeled, custom included, with their own day and night textures included. Incredibly large scenery area, including all the way from Federal Way through to Everett and back to Redmond, with night textures, detailed autogen, as well as seaplane bases, W55 and S60, and multiple heliports are included as well. So probably definitely one for you low and slow flyers and one for the helicopter fans there. You definitely want to be grabbing this one if you do pick up any of the Seattle airports. So yes, this one is available. Now these two are available from your favorite flight sim retailer, coming in for around about $45 US for the Seattle airports and about $25 US for the Seattle Cityscape. Pick those up from your favorite flight sim retailer, available now. And leaving the X-Plane 11 release world, moving into the ESP platform, the guys over at Carinado have released possibly what is one of my favourite aircraft, one of my favourite sort of small airliner, sort of turboprop airliners. This probably has to be one of my favourites, the Shorts S360. I remember growing up, bit of nostalgia here. I remember growing up, and it was described to me as the box the Learjet came in. Because the S360 and the Learjet came out at about the same time, so it was the box the Learjet came in, and it has been described as various other things over the years because of its very box-like shape. So yeah, I've always had a soft spot for the S360, so it's great to see that they've got a beautiful rendition available now for this one. So this one is a full release from Carinado, so as we've come to expect with Carinado, the full, very highly detailed 3D model, both internally and externally, full customized avionics and setup with a full cold and darks setup, fully modeled and accurately represented startup sequence, dynamic cockpit animations, a flight model has been worked with real pilots to be as best as it can be, as well as an accurately modeled takeoff, run, and landing roll movement effects have been included as well. As of course comes with HD liveries for this one, plus a blank livery if you make your own. You also get a custom sound set design, which is actually recorded from an actual S360 as well. So really, really beautiful set of this one. As usual, also fully compatible with Flight 1's GTN 750 and Reality XP's GNS 530, and integration is supported as well. So this one is available for the full ESP range, so FSX, FSX Steam Edition, and prepared versions in all its variety of formats. Available now from your favorite flight sim retailer for around about $40 US or your regional equivalent. Available now. In the other major ESP release for this week, the guys over at A2A Simulations have rebooted what was perhaps one of their most groundbreaking products they ever made for the ESP platforms of AccuFeel with AccuFeel V2. Now, I'm going to start off by saying there's some mixed reporting going on about this at the moment. So there's some mixed reporting happening at the moment saying that AccuFeel V2 is only available for prepared V4. There is other reports that are saying that it is also compatible with FSX. Officially from the website, which is where I get my information from, it is compatible. The version 2 is compatible with FSX and prepared V4, but not compatible with prepared V2 and 3. So I little bit confused, a little bit interested in this one, but anyway, essentially, what AccuFuel does, for those who may have been hiding under a rock for the last 10 years, is that AccuFuel is a real fundamental change to the sort of like the physics, the way the physics is calculated in ESP-based engines, where it actually sort of allows you to model things like ground physics, dynamic tire movement, the feel of sort of going over runway seams and sort of bumps in a runway. It gives you water physics for those who operate seaplanes or for used boats and things like that. It actually models turbulence as well. It's a physics-driven sound system by that as well, so you actually will adaptively change the sounds and the directions of the sounds as the physics change. Cabin sounds as well. Dynamic wind effects if you're an actual sort of sort of outside the aircraft view. Fuselage drag, stall buffets. Stall buffets are a really important one as well. It's one thing that sort of always thought the physics engine of ESP lacked. And having experienced in real airplanes, it's a really thing there. Brake squeals, open cockpit stickers, a whole slew of stuff that comes through here, and it was absolutely fundamentally groundbreaking when it came out. So they have rebooted it, updated it for modern platforms, and sort of given it a lot of tweaks and stuff like that. There's no, I couldn't find an actual changelog of what's actually changed, so I'm not sure what has actually changed. It's sort of like the list of features is very similar to the original one. So, but as I said, it has been remodeled, rebooted. There is some stuff available over on the website and on the YouTube channel, which is the video the promo video which you're watching now. But as I said, it is so currently available for FSX and for Prepared V4. Now, unfortunately, and again, this is something that I've highlighted before, is that A2A do not offer discounts for people who are upgrading or migrating from F6 to Prepared V4. So you will have to rebuy the product again, just so you're aware. And there's again no information about whether, if you are an AccuFuel version 1 owner and you're just sticking with F6 and you want to move to V2, whether there's a discount, whether that's a free upgrade or whether it's a paid upgrade or whether it's a discounted upgrade. There's very little information about this, which is very unfortunate. But anyway, because as I said, I love A2A products. The quality is second to none. It really is. So it's very interesting. But if you wanted to give it a crack, have a look at the video, see if it's for you. Pick it up. You can pick this one up from. There's a couple of different price points. So you're looking around about $20 US if you want to picking up the FSX version or the Prepared V4 Academic version. You're looking about $27 if you are wanting to pick up if you do use the Prepared V4 Professional version. Available now from the A2A Simulations web store. Available now. Moving out of the flight simulation space and continuing on with the other simulation releases for the week, and we've got okay, I cover this one because I cover simulation. I almost don't classify this as a simulation, but it calls itself a simulator, so I kind of have to. Okay, so we've got Construction Truck Simulator has been released on Steam. 15. Okay, straight up, it's $15 with a 35% launch discount, bringing it down to $9. Straight up, I'm not going to spend long on this. This is an iOS port. Straight up, that's it. It is criminal that this is on PC. It's awful. Just don't. Just go buy it. If you desperately want this, go pick it up on Android. Go pick it up on iPhone. Don't buy it on PC. Right. Done. Next. Moving on. Okay. Alright, on to more interesting simulation news and stuff that have, with a great pedigree. We've got the guys over at Codemasters have released their Formula 1 2018. So, obviously, the Codemasters have had a long line of pedigree of the F1 games, the official F1 games, and they've come out with some amazing stuff over the years, but this one looks absolutely amazing. It really does. So they've come through. I honestly, I doesn't say that they have, but it's sort of. Actually, you know what? I've got mixed feeling about this. It looks absolutely beautiful and impressive. But their description and the way they talk about it is really quiet. I guess that's because perhaps they're sort of selling to the people who are sort of already used to it. Perhaps, I'm not sure. But yeah, no, it looks absolutely amazing. It really, really does. So we're looking here. The graphics look incredible. The physics engine looks amazing. Now, there's two different versions. The main version, and then there's the headline edition of the game available, which includes the headline content pack. and that which gives you the 2009 Braun BGP 001 and 2003 Williams FW25 Classic car DLCs are included as well. Interestingly enough, the Steam version, the PC version, is only available as the headline edition. If you're a console player, you get the option of a base edition, or you can get the headline edition, which includes the first piece of DLC as well. So pretty cool, pretty interesting. But yeah, they've remodeled their career system, so you actually have reputations as well as media interviews that you have to give now, which is really interesting. And that has some reputation and brand building in there. So for any of you brand managers out there, this is an interesting one for you to look at. So you can actually sort of building your brand name as well you're building your driving skills, as well as all the beautiful the F1 structure as well. You also get to go back through some classic F1 cars, some classic tracks, as well as some brand new tracks and brand new cars coming out for the 2018 season as well, and including new circuits. Paul Ricard and Hockenheim circuits have been included as well. So looking amazing. I just miss the sounds of the V12 F1s. I just miss those sounds. Anyway, if you want to pick this one up, as I said, the headline edition is available now for $60 US, the original equivalent available now on Steam. For console users, you do have the option of the non-headline edition for about $50 US available now. And rounding out the simulation news for this week, we got the release of Silent Depth 3D Submarine Simulation. Now, this is an interesting little one. At first, I sort of wrote this off as just sort of like as like an iOS port kind of thing. But I dug around a bit more into it, and it's actually got a lot more into it. It sort of combines the best of the sort of the titles like Cold Waters and Atlantic Waters, with being a real-time simulation of actually how submarine operations work, and you actually have a crew. So essentially, the premise of the game is that you're the captain of a U.S. Navy submarine, Gato class submarine in the Pacific during the Second World War, and you've got to go, hunt down your intercept enemy supply lines and enemy warships in the Pacific. It's very interesting, and as I said, it's got an interesting premise to it, and it's looks like it's done. The graphics are a little mixed, as we said, which is why I was a bit sort of dubious of it to start with. But it looks like there's a lot of more depth in there than I was expecting. So yeah, very interesting, this one, coming at a very reasonable price as well. Only $15 US available now on Steam. But I'm quite impressed. So yeah, there you go. It could be an interesting one for you sub fans. You might want to grab this one. So it could be interesting anyway. As I said, if you want to pick this one, it's available now on Steam for $15 US available now. Alright folks, that does round out the Nova Wrap for this week, and just thank you very much. Just to remind everyone that there will be no Nova Wrap next weekend, because I will be competing in the World Championships for the half Ironman, the Ironman 70.3 event in Port Elizabeth in South Africa. So there will be no Nova Wrap next week. Thank you very much. So if you do want to follow along, you can. I'll put my race number on the Facebook page, and on my personal vlog channel. I'll put the race numbers up there, so you can have a look there. You can track it on the Ironman tracker if you so desire. I don't know why you would, but anyway. Otherwise, folks, I will be back in 2 weeks' time, hopefully, all going according to plan. And I will see you then. Alright, guys, thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget, as always, to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying these videos and want to see more. And, of course, as always, you can catch up with me and all the things I'm up to between videos by finding me on Facebook and on Twitter. Just search NovaWing24. Alright, folks, thanks very much for watching. Take care, safe skies to all, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.